It's too weird, man.
In the green room.
There's like 7 different me's.
So you're on OBS there?
OBS, yeah. I don't use Streamlabs OBS, which I find more confusing. I mean, once you get it down, you got it down. But there is obviously a lot of shit to tinker around with. It's not fun, you know. There's other things I'd rather be doing than fucking around with like OBS, you know.
Yeah. It's like even if you had a fucking full-time studio in your house, you had all the gear set up, it would still, I think, feel that way.
Yeah, yeah.
This is my first time having somebody else do it, and I can tell you,
You know.
it's a different experience. I'd have to rub it in, but you might, like, if you ever have someone around them just to come over.
Oh yeah, no, that's the goal, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what everyone was telling me, but still, I never really got that far.
Yeah, like Joe Rogan doesn't really have a lot of those problems.
That's the thing. Someone's like, "Oh, Bob Dylan's doing a radio show." You know, it's like, you know, he's got time, you got time, whatever. And it's like, you look
Bob
at
Dylan's not. He's just showing up.
yeah, look at it. There's like at the end of his radio show, there's like a list of like 20 people who are involved.
Everyone who did everything. Yeah.
Fucking producers, executive producers.
Oh yeah.
Who get the music for him, just fucking everything.
Check, 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 check. Check, checkity, check, check. Checkity, check, check. Check, check, check. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How you guys doing? Can you all hear me? Let me know in the comments if you can hear the audio, because I never know. Everything should be coming through on audio, but you never know. I have done shows where no audio is coming through. Gets a little awkward. We're going to start in a few minutes. Thank you. Appreciate that. Glad to hear it's coming through. Well, greetings from Nashville, Tennessee. It's been quite a ride to get here. We thought we were going to be dealing with a flood and potentially tornadoes and everything else. I mean, this town's been through enough in the last year with tornadoes and explosions and everything else that everyone else has been going through. So none of that has happened. So I'm happy about that. Check 1, check 2, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, thanks for showing up here, you guys. Thank you, Ann. I appreciate that. We're going to start in about 2 minutes. I'm at Dylan Walshe's house. Nice enough to host. You want to pop on, say hello to the people real quick?
Hello, Earthlings.
In case you can't tell, he's from Ireland, too.
How you doing, folks? Trying not to be obscured by the mic stands here.
You're getting in there.
How are you? Glad to have you here in the house, Brian.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice to be a part of your journey, whatever you got going on.
It's a journey, all right. So, it's a journey. Thanks for being involved. And all right, cool. So, I'm going to run. All right, yeah, say goodbye. Bye, Dylan. He's going to be right over there.
He wasn't even going to give me an exit.
Yeah. I'm a terrible host. I'm like, come over. Go away.
He's got a lot to think about, man. He's got a lot to think about.
One-man operation here running this shit. Checking in from West Quincy. Yeah. So I'm going to do some songs, and then Dylan's going to do some songs. Then I'm going to hang out with Dylan. I'm going to ask him a few questions, kind of like a little interview. Then we're going to do some more songs. And we're going to have a good time, because we need to have a good time. But before we do any of that, I'm going to roll my little video that I made of my travels thus far. Hopefully they come through. Check 1, check 2, 3. Oh. Good morning, America, how are ya? Don't you know me, I'm your native son. And I remember you went away, and all your friends came, and all your friends came. There was a line out the door just to say goodbye, and all the young ones cried for the death of a lie that we know lasts forever. We last for eternity. No matter where we go, no matter where we be, we're all the way.
remnants of hurricane. Dead end life, it's a dead end day, to a dark night. You work till you bleed, and I bleed till you go. And I bled all day just to sing this song. Did I catch your ear? Did I catch your soul? Do you have a reason? Do you have a home? Do you know your rights? Do you know them? Do you know what you see? Do you know you're right just to breathe?
My hometown. Thanks, everybody.
Ida to come through, possibly stirring up some tornadoes and flash flooding in central, what they call it, middle Tennessee. Okay, middle Tennessee. And we are now raining. Got some wind blowing. Hoping that the tent is rainproof.
All right. That was the little video whipped up. Obviously, I wish I had more time to edit it properly, but I had to hack that out in a thunderstorm in a tent. It was 100 degrees and then in a motel with no power, so it was fun. Thanks for hanging out. All right, I'm gonna sing some songs now. I see you cold and lonely down on the street tonight. I see you cold and lonely down on the corner, all right. The cars come and then they go. Strangers come and go. Let it go. Let it go. Oh. Tired, weary, wandering down on the street tonight. Sometimes it's all we're staying up all night, and the sun sets and then it rises. The sun sets and rises. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. I see you cold and lonely down on the street tonight. I see you cold and lonely working the corner, all right. And the cops come and then they go. The men come and go. Let it go. Let it go. Thank you very much. We gonna take a trip way out to Idaho, and everybody we both know, we all want you to go. We can play and jam in fields of corn. Remember why we're born. And the normal kids never understood. And the normal kids never understood. And the normal kids never understood. And they never, 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 never will. Thank you. So I'm gonna do a couple more songs, and then Dylan's gonna come up and do some songs. So thanks for hanging out for the songs. I got a funny feeling, Joe Bennett, that Sophie's playing video games right now. Am I right? Is she playing video games? Or is she watching the show? Be honest. I'd probably be playing video games too. All right. That song was called Normal Kids. The path has become clear. The fog rolls in, and the waves are crashing. I'm singing while I swim. The cool kids are all walking like lions in their cage, glaring at my working class and anarchistic rage. And I will raise my finger, and I will raise my fist. Me, I am anger, blowing a kiss. 'Cause I was born guilty, under collars and a cross. And if I was a son of God, I would have just gotten off. Life's always a gamble. You win and you lose, and everybody just stands in line, and the house makes the rules. The song don't get a chorus, the song don't get no bridge, the song don't get 15 chords to explain it. And this is for the ignorant, this is for the hate, and this is for the suffering you help create. And I am a girl, and I am a boy, and I see how the world it works, and I wanna destroy, and I wanna drop a bomb, burn out the sky, and I wanna watch a mushroom cloud in the blinding white light. 'Cause I remember you. Do you remember me? 'Cause you're the one who threw rocks at me in 1993. And now I see you here, and now I see your face. You're listening to the words I sing, and I watch your mind retrace. Once upon my eyes, once upon your fear, once upon a devil moon yelling, making queer. And the rocks hit hard, the rocks made you bleed, the rocks helped me understand everything. Na na
find hell inside your head or out. And if I saw you on fire, I wouldn't put it out. I'd watch you burn, I'd hear your cries, I would see it coming around, and I'd watch you die. And I would raise my finger, and I would raise my fist. Me, I am anger, blowing a kiss.
Thanks, everybody. Hey, who's that on set? It's Dylan Walshe walking by, everybody. Setting up his harmonica. Something we do in the business. Gotta set up your shit.
Oh, no roadies here.
Yeah. We got 2 roadies.
We had to let the team go during the pandemic, you know, it's hit everybody hard.
I know. Tough times. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thank you, Missy. Good to see you. Oh, she's watching. Wow. All right, Sophie. Watching the show. Yeah, I would like some cowboy boots. So, you guys, if you want to throw some extra money into the tips, if you want to send some tips over, we would appreciate it. There's a link in the description, or you can go to brianmcpherson.com/tips. And Dylan and I will be pooling tips tonight. We would appreciate it. New album's done. It's submitted to manufacturing. I'm waiting to get the proofs for the art to finalize the artwork. Artwork's done on my end, but then they got to send me the proofs any day now, and I prove it, and then it goes to manufacturing. And we are currently 6 months out on manufacturing for vinyl. So I'll probably be releasing the album before then, and then the vinyl will come in 6 months. I don't feel like waiting 6 months. I don't know. So the album's done. It came out really great. I'm not going to pretend to be bashful, or I'm not going to pretend I don't think it's awesome. It's a fucking great record. So... It was great working with Ted and Mark and everyone who played on the album. It was a fantastic experience, and it shows. It sounds fucking awesome. It's the best album to come out in 20 years. Hopefully it sees the light of day sometime soon. So thank you everyone who helped make that album. Jesus Christ. I tell you, it hasn't been easy. Those things aren't exactly cheap to make. Yeah, all the manufacturing for vinyl is taking a very long time. I wanted to do colored vinyl. That takes 10 to 12 months. And all the manufacturers, I talked to a couple other ones, they were 10 months out just to see what was going on. And 6 months is the low end of their turnaround for vinyl with all of the shutdowns, and all that stuff is jammed up. So... it's a cover song. By an old prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they're taking you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corpse, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. And our love was on the wing. We had a dream and songs to sing, but it's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Oh, nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the fireman and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our children with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. And our love was on the wing. We had a dream and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By an old harbor wall, she watched the last star falling as the prison ship sailed out against the sky. Oh, she waits, she hopes, she prays for her love in Guantanamo Bay. So lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. And our love was on the wing. We had a dream, songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. All right. Thanks for hanging out at Live from Nashville. You know, we're in Nashville, man. It's like, we're in fucking Nashville. Come on. You saw my video to prove this is Nashville. We're really in Nashville. All right. Good to be somewhere. Doing something. In some time. Sometime in our lives, right? Thank you so much, Hayden. Thank you, Mike. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to do one more song. Of course, I can't find my D harmonica. There it is. And then Dylan Walshe is going to come out. He's going to do some songs. So once again, got to hustle the tips, you know. Got to put some money into the gas tank and cover the expenses, hopefully. So you can hit up brianmcpherson.com/tips. You can send us some money on PayPal or Venmo. Whatever you send to my PayPal and Venmo, I'm splitting with Dylan tonight. So... and vice versa. So we'll be pooling the dough. Thanks, everybody. This song is called Dangerous Friends. It goes out to all my peeps in Boston who now live in Quincy or Weymouth.
walks the avenue at night. She's got a cup of rock just to feel alright, and it's alright. You see, baby's got a disease, a case of chronic strain of HIV, and she can never, 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 never leave. At night she goes to dance with the men. She's got all kinds of dangerous friends, the kind that never, 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 never forget. And one day baby just disappeared. They said they got her, dragged her down by the pier. That's how it goes around here. The city put a beach where they buried the bodies back in the 80s. Put the police and Whitey, they were really fucking crazy. Michael took a bullet in his head. They flipped him over and they shot him again, just to make sure he was dead. And that's how it goes in the coldest land, on the corner for the cocaine man. Them college kids don't understand that this place is full of dangerous friends, dirty politicians, cooking cops, cooking beds, where the river meets the bed, by the harbor where they bled. The city put a beach where they buried the bodies back in the 80s. For the police and Whitey, they were really fucking crazy.
Thank you very much, everybody. Much cheers, much love to you all. And that's enough for me for right now. I'm gonna step aside, and my friend Dylan Walshe, who I met a couple years ago at a show in Rochester, New York, on the beach at what I think is an after-hours swingers club. We had a great time at the Whiskey and Tattoos Festival, and then kept in touch, done a couple shows. We've done a show down here in Nashville last year, and Dylan's from Dublin, Ireland, now resides here in Nashville, Tennessee. He's a really fantastic singer-songwriter, guitar player, does it all. And enough out of me, and I'm going to get out of the way, and Dylan's going to come over and sing for y'all. Get this over here so we can make sure the sound is on point. That up there. All right. You're good, my dude.
I have entered the cockpit. Let's see what's going on here. Any booby traps?
No, man.
You missed your chance, Brian. Could have set me up.
No.
You got a bunch of people there, right? Well,
Yeah,
talking.
There's the people talking.
All right.
Got little 14 people. That's you. That's also you. That's you now. That's you in the past.
I was a lot younger then.
You've aged. That's quick. You should be good like that.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm Dylan Walshe. Brian's giving you our backstory, but I come from the southeast coast of Dublin, but I've been based here in. I should talk in here, right? I've been based here in Nashville since 2016, but spent most of that traveling. But the last couple of years, I've been here. I'm gonna start with one of my own songs. It's called "At Sea." I should say it's a conversation between a father and a son. The son is full of hot blood and he thinks he can change the world. And the father has seen it all before. El Tommy Clancy, huh? And this is a conversation they have on a boat. It's not the being at sea, it's the shore you want to watch out for. Through every frontier, crusaders pour. What if we drift too far, and what if we're too late? That's gonna depend on what you're hoping to see. For the sea rises and the sun it sets. There are no compromises. Let us not forget. But there's no use in saying that's the way it is, and the way it'll always be. Walking you free when nobody believes in that shit anymore. Guess I got it in my good dad that we could still do more. You know what the wars are for. You know the money they make. Let's get them something to think about before we let them take. For the sea rises and the sun it sets. There are no compromises. Let us not forget. But there's no use in saying that's the way it is, and the way it'll always be. Have you figured out what we're out here for? 'Cause we're not helping anymore. It's an original song called At Sea. My eyesight isn't great. I can just about read those comments, but if there's anything there I don't like, I'll pretend that I can't see it. Throughout the pandemic, I haven't done many streams. I got into it for a short while and invested in all the gear, but I did it for a couple of months, so I'm glad Brian is here and he set it all up and he's using his system. It's been definitely a far more pleasant experience for me, and just want to make sure I say thanks to Brian for that.
Anytime, my friend.
Nice one, Mike. Cheers, Mr. Down or Mrs. Down. Appreciate a lot of people have got some nickname tags, so I can't tell the gender sometimes. Not that it makes any difference. But during my journey over here, I know Brian has been based out there on the West Coast, but I ended up out there in 2017. And I became friends with the accordion player of the Pogues, James Fearnley, and he played on the record I released there a few years ago. And I'm going to sing a Pogue song. This is called The Lullaby of London. I lived in London for about 10 years in total. I was there twice, 4 or 5 years each time. And first time I had a time of my life. Second time, it was rough. But here we are. We made it through. And this song was on one day, and it just transported me back there. And, you know, in the moment, it kind of healed a lot of memories and feelings I had towards the place. And I actually rewrote the song, but I'm not going to disclose that. Not the content, and I'll inform you that I did it. This is called Lullaby of London. Cheers, Sharon. As I walked down by the riverside one evening in the spring, heard a long gone song of days gone by, blowing in on the great north wind. Though there is no lonesome corncrakes cry, sorrow and delight, you can hear the cars and the shouts from bars, and the laughter and the fights. May the ghosts that howled around the house at night never keep you from your sleep. May they all sleep tight down in hell tonight, or wherever they may be. As I walked on with a heavy heart and a stone danced on the tide, and the song went on, though the lights were gone, and the north wind that gently sighed. And an evening breeze coming from the east that kissed the riverside. And I pray now, child, just sleep tonight when you hear this lullaby. May the winds that blow from haunted graves never bring you misery. May they all sleep tight down in hell tonight, or wherever they may be. May the angels bright watch you tonight and keep you while you sleep. London, The Lullaby of London by the Pogues. Well, Brian and I have done things outside of the box throughout our journey with music, and I know Brian has toured with a lot of punk bands and Celtic punk bands, and I've even been on heavy metal tours. And with this streaming stuff in the house when you're in your home and everything's up close and the cameras, and the temptation is to pick and go gentle. So hopefully we're not being too sleepy in that regard. But if we start strumming things hard and shouting, it just doesn't work through the computer, you know. You'll have to come and see us in person for that. I like to call it a semi-one-man band, live setup. I play solo and I have some foot percussion and all the rest of it, but I only use it for a part of the set, so I like to call it a semi-one-man band, because you tell people you're a one-man band, they get an idea in their head, you know. Like Brian, I'm primarily a singer-songwriter, but with being a folk and roots musician too, I carry a lot of the tradition and just songs that I like in general. This is a song I wrote about my wife, Kristen Lee Bargman. Her middle name is Lee, and this is called Lady Lee. You said I was crazy, bordering on sin. Call me old-fashioned, but I just can't give in. With broken teeth they hiss, with swollen tongue it slurs. Why would I walk in shame when my heart's as good as yours? Since you were the brave one, do what needs to be done. But lately, you can't always run. Once the seat was heavy, and all that we concealed, relief was light, and all that we revealed. But now you're not so sure, you're gonna have to rethink the deal. But lately, remind me what is real. For the hill of light is an altar and a tomb, on the diamonds bright with the new moon. Come lay down by the window, don't speak too soon, at least until the sun comes in through the room. It's an original song called Lady Lee. And me and Brian were talking about this before we started. When you're setting up all this stuff and going to play, it can be pretty intense in your own space. And it's hard to shift into the performance element of it. But we're both grateful to have each other here right now. And I'm going to ask Brian if he can do us a favor. There's an E harmonica in that case right beside you there. If you can grab that for us, please, could you?
Yeah,
Thank you, Newt. My saving grace.
I've been there, bro.
Yeah. I wasn't going to do this song, but I thought about it there. I think it might be an okay idea. Thank you, Newt.
No problem.
I felt like when we were going to do a lot of picking that it would feel the right thing to do, but after picking 3 songs, I'd like to strum the guitar, so I'm going to do that. How's everybody doing out there? And anyway, hope yous are all following Brian's journey. He's a man of stamina. He's got a lot of drive, and I'm delighted he's got his album in the bag, and I'm delighted he's going to be getting it out there. Cheers, Sharon, appreciate it. What else have we got there? Someone saying Someone's saying there about Fairy Tale in New York. You know what? Someone. Yeah, I'm a. Obviously, I grew up on the Pogues and the Dubliners and people like that. And actually, I should say I started a new interview series called A Store on Foot, and the last surviving member of the definitive Dubliners. Got to learn how to speak here. John Sheehan, I interviewed him there a while ago, and I'm going to edit it over the next few weeks and stick it up. It's called The Storing Foot. You want to keep an eye on that. Had a talk with John of the Dubliners. And yeah, you know, grew up on the Pogues, and as I said, delighted to have the accordion player of the Pogues on my album. And Brian played an Irish song too. It was a pleasant surprise. And I see someone's asking for Fairy Tale in New York. What I was going to say was, one time I was in a pub and somebody handed me the microphone to kind of, I guess, do some sort of karaoke version of Fairy Tale in New York. And I was very drunk at the time. And it was an absolute disaster. I think they took the mic off me and gave it to someone else, which I'm not ashamed about. If you're going to do it to any song, it might as well be the Pogues. But having said all that, I wasn't planning on doing this one. This is a song by The Clash and Joe Strummer. We had a visit earlier on from Rob Rushing of Punk Rock Saves Lives, who do great things for charity. And if you look them up, what is it, punkrocksaveslives.org?
Yep.
Brian done a little video with Rob. He'll post it at some point. Brian documents his journey, as most of you would know him. Makes like a diary kind of videos, so they're pretty snappy and sharp. He'll feature Rob. This is called Straight to Hell. I was down in Stewart, TN. When I say TN, I see all the states written down in shorthand and it gets embedded in the brain. Stewart, Tennessee. And I was singing this song and there was a bunch of children there. I mean, they weren't any older than, I'd say the oldest is 12, the youngest is probably about 9. They all get up on stage and grab the microphone and start singing this song while I was playing it. It's pretty cool. And this is called Straight to Hell. So you play on the fiddle. How's about a British jigger reel? Speaking King's English in quotation. As the railhead towns feel the steel mills rust. Water froze in a generation. Clear as winter's ice. This is your paradise. There ain't no need for you. There ain't no need for you. Go straight to hell, boy. Go straight to hell, boy. Wanna join in the chorus of the Amerasian blues when it's Christmas out in Ho Chi Minh City. Kitty say, Papa, 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 Papa Sam, take me home. See me got photograph of you and Mama, Mama, Mama Sam. you and mama sang. Let me tell you about your blood bamboo kid. It ain't Coca-Cola, it's rice. Go straight to hell, boy. Go straight to hell, boy. There ain't no need for you. There ain't no need for you. Go straight to hell, boy. Straight to Hell by The Clash. I think Brian's going to join us here for a second.
All right.
I can just about make out some of those comments there. I appreciate you guys.
Saying nice things.
Excellent choice.
All right.
Cheers, buddy.
Awesome. All right, here we go. Here's where we're going off the rails. Oh, I'm already having technical difficulties. Watch yourself. There we go. Oops, hit the head. All right, let me pull this up. Oh, need this. Headphones. All right. Testing, testing. 1, 2. Check, check. Check, check, check. All right. Here we go. Welcome to the professional stream. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out tonight. Thanks for Dylan for playing. Got to do a couple more sets, but in the meantime, I was going to ask Dylan some questions, you know. He's already kind of told you guys about what he does and whatnot. But
Sounds like I'm in trouble.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He knows what that is. So where are you from?
I'm from the southeast coast of Dublin.
How is it down there?
It's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the world changed so fast these days. The only place that hasn't changed much is the actual coastline. So every time I go back, I spend time along the coast, and I just appreciate the fact that it hasn't changed much. But originally, it was just we say council estate. Do you have council estates?
I don't think so.
It's like basically my parents' generation and the generation before them would have started to have been priced out of the city, so they all would have moved to what eventually would become suburbs, but they weren't suburbs at the time. They were just a bunch of low-priced houses plonked in the middle of nowhere, thousands of them. And that's basically what it was when I was a kid. It was pretty wild, but when I go back now, you know, our parents, our grandmothers, and all the rest of it, so it's pretty quiet now.
Yeah.
Got the mountains on one side, the seas on the other side. The next county, Wicklow, is about 5 minutes away, but in the city, Dublin city itself is about half an hour, 40 minutes.
All right. Yeah, that's kind of what's been happening in the States in the last 10, 15 years. Gentrification. A lot of working class type folks have kind of been priced out of a lot of the cities and are kind of getting pushed out into the suburbs. That's how it kind of is in the neighborhood that I grew up in, which is a little weird to kind of witness, but things always change.
You're in the belly of the whale here in Nashville. I mean, it was already changing a lot before I got here, and, you know, everybody talks about how great things were in their time compared to
Yeah.
how they are now. It's natural progression,
Right,
but
right.
it's insane. You know, me and my wife Kristen, we would go, you know, on a week wherever, take your pick. We come back and there'd be like a, you know, tall skinnies at the end of the road,
Oh.
some buildings torn down. I mean, it's literally overnight
Yeah.
everywhere. It's crazy. I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really compare it to many places because I'm living here, but my experience of living anywhere else and any other time, I've never seen it happen this fast.
So how do you like Nashville overall?
We really like Nashville. We like it a lot. I mean, there's plenty we don't like, but you know, you can say that about anywhere. But it really is a community-based town. I didn't really get that at first, but I get that
Right.
now. And all the musicians, no matter how big they are or no matter how well known they are, most of them are pretty accessible, and they will get involved in what you're doing if you know, if you make any kind of connection. And it's not the kind of place where you can play regularly and make a living unless you're doing certain things like, you know, country music or playing covers or getting tips in the entertainment district of Broadway.
Right.
But on the whole, it's kind of where you get your shit together and bring it somewhere else.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's kind of how it is in Los Angeles.
Mm.
It's like everyone who plays in LA, it's kind of like, yeah, it's not really happening.
Well,
But then you get taken on the road.
I might be speaking out of my depth here, but my impression of Nashville now is, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like the way Hollywood was in the past with all the actors hanging around, and
Mhm.
I feel like that's what Nashville is. The music now, you know,
Yeah, it's
you
pretty
talk
cool.
about Steve Earle or whatever, and he's like standing beside you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
That's neat, man.
everyone's a musician. You know, you go for a piss, you're standing beside a musician. You get on a bus, you get in an Uber, everyone
It's
plays
nice.
music.
It's nice as a musician because oftentimes in normal life, people kind of look at you weird. You're like, oh, I'm a musician. They're like, all right. But like when you're surrounded by musicians, everyone gets it, you know?
Absolutely. And you're constantly faced. We ask ourselves so many questions about music and why we play it and why we do it. I feel like every day here you're faced with all the different angles and all your different thought patterns by somebody else living it out around you, you know?
Right, right.
So you can explore all these questions you have for yourself or tests you have for yourself. You see other people living it out every day, and it kind of
That's
it
gonna be
hardens you.
psychologically kind of damaging.
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes.
Well, there is that. I mean, a lot of people say that it can be soul sucking in this town, and I 100% see how that could happen.
Right.
But it hardens you too. I mean, if you play around here, and I mean, no one's gonna pay you. People are probably not gonna show up. Well, I speak for myself. There's plenty of people they show up for, but people are so spoiled here.
Yeah.
But then when you go on the road and you play a gig and people are appreciative, you're like, I forgot what this feels like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So in that sense, it can harden you and give you like a bit of strength, you know.
Of course. Yeah. I certainly the road will do that too. Kind of showing up in like a random town sometimes, you know, playing to just a couple people who are trying to watch a baseball game or something. But that's kind of how I've like got my chops down, you know. You go play 1,000 gigs in the middle of nowhere, and then you kind of like bulletproof, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to get we were talking a little bit this earlier on about playing with punk bands, and I played with a heavy metal band. I used to get a kick of going into an environment and kind of being the underdog, or nobody really knowing who I was, but being confident that I would pull it off. And that kind of wore off in the last couple of years, especially during the pandemic. So I've got a different sensibility about what I want to do, and I'm still not quite sure what it is I want to do, but that has worn off, you know.
What are you doing these days creatively with music?
Not a lot, really not a lot. And at first I had a hard time even admitting that to myself, but now I'm okay with it. You know, it's like it's more, you know, people talked about writer's block or this, that, and the other. I don't deny that exists, but for me, it's just a matter of applying myself and having a bit of discipline. And I've kind of moved that to another area right now.
Yeah.
So I'm doing, like I was said earlier on, a series called The Store and Foot, and I'm ringing up some, you know, people who are legendary on what they do, but not necessarily very widely known.
Right.
And they're a little older now. Some of them are not so much, but, you know, I've kind of put my discipline and my concentration into that. And I know it's only a matter of time before I just move that back to the music, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So at first that kind of freaked me out, especially during the pandemic. Everyone's like, we recorded an album. We got 2 albums. We got 3 albums. I was sitting here
There's
drowning.
a lot of pressure on people to go make the Great American Album during the pandemic. You know? It's like,
I was just looking out from a black hole, kind of going, "How's everybody doing all this?" You know, and I didn't mind the lockdown at all. I mean, I don't want to see anybody getting hurt or anybody struggling or any of that stuff, but I really enjoyed the lockdown because I just felt like I was on a merry-go-round of an endless circus that I was struggling to find worth in, you know?
yeah, no, it's kind of like running around trying to do music. You kind of feel like you're in at least I'll speak for myself, like you're crossing a bridge and it's always crumbling behind you and you're just like trying to get to the next thing before the bridge totally collapses and you plummet. So it was like with the pandemic, it was like, oh, the bridge is, you know, obviously crumbling and for other people in a lot of other ways, but there was a moment there where kind of everything stopped where it was just like, okay.
I really loved it. I loved it. And, you know, my first thought was, okay, I'm going to get lots of time. I'm going to start writing. And it gradually became apparent that that wasn't going to happen. And then I just enjoyed the fact that the circus had stopped for a while, but then things really got out of hand.
Yeah.
And then, like here, we had a lot of stuff in Nashville, but when things started to reopen, I really struggled with that.
Yeah,
Struggled with
tough.
that a lot.
Tough transition to try to get back to normal, and we're still trying to do that. And you guys here in Nashville, you had a major tornado in 2020, and then you had a bomb go off on Christmas Day. So it's like it's just been like one traumatizing experience after another around here.
Yeah, I mean, Nashville, like we were talking a little bit earlier on, Nashville is kind of a strange place in anyway. But yeah, we started off with the tornadoes. Then there were more storms out after that done damage, but they weren't like hurricanes or tornadoes. Then there was the pandemic, the lockdown, the riots, the protests, the bomb. It just went on and on and on and on.
We all need group therapy. Like
I'm pretty cool with everything now. It was more for me letting go of the idea I had for myself.
right.
Once that was a long, slow process, but once I did that, I was okay. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Just resetting to somewhere new and just letting all that go. I mean, you've toured with some Celtic punk bands. You were with Dropkick Murphys, right?
Yep.
That was my first taste of it was with the Celtic punk bands. I started with Flog and Molly, and then it ended. I feel like it ended for me in 2019 when I went on a European tour with a Swedish heavy metal band called Avatar.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the band and nothing to do with the tour. It was me, you know. It was kind of like, okay, I'm on tour. I was the opener, and then there was the Mahones were supporting, and then it was Avatar.
They're everywhere, man. The Mahones are on it.
Well, eventually they come off the tour, and I was directly opening for the metal band. And for the last few gigs, I was traveling on their tour bus, and I was playing in countries where they speak English as the second language, opening directly for like and it's not your average metal band; it's a show.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm out there and I'm singing a cappella or with the acoustic, and I was kind of like, okay, like this is as far as I'm going to take this in terms of challenging myself in that way.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
So it kind of concluded a little bit for me back then, even though I didn't realize it. And then the pandemic just kind of sped that process up, you know.
So what's up next? You got some shows lined up. You're doing Muddy Roots?
Yeah. We've done a show. I'm easing my way back into it. I'm definitely willing to play outside the state. I'm not scared of the COVID or anything like that. I don't want to give that impression. I mean, I'm cautious and respecting other people and all the rest of it, but I'm not worried about it at all. But I will play. I can't see me putting a tour together for quite some time because it's just so much hassle. You know,
a lot of risk.
Yeah, putting a tour together wears me out if it goes well.
Oh, yeah. It wears you out before you even go on the tour. Like,
there's only one thing better than going on tour. It's coming back from the tour.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a grind putting the tours together. It's like by the time I get in the car on the way out, I'm just like, I need a day off. You know?
And it's amazing, but you know, it's lovely coming back from it too. And I just not prepared to get into all that and try and figure it out. I mean, I'll travel, I'll go and play, but I'm not going to try and line up some dates. I would rather pay an agent to do that. And you know yourself with that, it's still hit and miss and nothing's promised to anybody. But I'm playing locally here. I played in Stewart, Tennessee. I mentioned that earlier on too. It's a ranch and rescue where they help animals get adopted by.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. And legendary Shack Shakers were there, and Bob Wayne and a few friends, and yeah. This weekend, I'm back at Muddy Roots Festival in Cookville for the first time in 5 years. Haven't been there in 5 years.
Where can people hear your music? You're on Spotify. You got a website.
All the usual places. Don't make it hard to find.
DylanWalshe.com. Is that the?
That's the root of it, yeah. And if anyone is looking how to spell my name, it's Dylan and Walsh with an E.
Always got to have a weird little spelling thing with that E. I mean, I got the Y, so people are always missing the Y.
Yeah, and I also get a thing. I'm over here and everyone's like, "You're so Irish. What's your name?" Dylan. It's like, that's not very Irish. It's Welsh.
Sorry.
But it's Welsh, and a lot of American people don't realize that, But
I've got the accent. Come on, people.
Yeah, I go to some gigs and people would prefer I talked and sang.
Oh, yeah. Right. I hear you.
But are you gonna play some tunes now? Too?
Yeah, I'm gonna play some songs, and then Dylan's gonna come back and close it out. Thanks everybody for hanging out here with us.
Hopefully, I didn't talk too much shit.
I don't think so. We can. Well, we'll just delete this if there's anything too damaging in there.
All right. Well, I'll leave you to it, buddy.
All right.
Thanks
brother.
very much for leaving the comments and stuff. I wasn't watching there, but I'm sure this guy is more trained at such things. I'll have a look at my phone actually over the side here.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
I'll see you in the chat. Thank you, Dylan. Thanks, everyone. All right, I'm gonna get set back up here. I'm gonna transport the mobile interview studio back into a performance studio of some sort.
I like how you said you're gonna delete it. You already decided. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this.
No, this is a good one. But you never know, Might have offended somebody. Something. Let's see here. Oh, thanks for all the kind words, everybody. Does Dylan have Dylan, do you have cowboy boots? The people want to know. Because these people, a lot of these people are Yankees, so they're being very stereotypical. I don't know if those are cowboy boots. I think those are work boots.
Yeah, I use foot percussion, so I got to stomp. Not stomping in cowboy boots.
There you go. There's a place downtown that has buy one get one, so maybe you can stop over there. These wires are a freaking mess. Oh, there you go. I don't think those are yours though. Those are Kristen's, right?
Yep.
Nice. All right, my friend. Will you do me a favor now and pass me that guitar over there?
Like that, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it goes around, comes around.
It's not like you forgot your guitar, Brian.
That was the one. I'm trapped over here. I'm stuck. All right. Let's see. I'll start this off with a new song. This is on the new record. So I have a bad habit of screwing this song up when I do it live, so I'm going to try my hardest not to. But we'll see. Everything's in a weird spot now. Get over here. Put that there. Put that there. I'll narrate everything I'm doing. Oh, I know what's going on. This thing. We got two birds flying in the wind. I go around the world, come back again. 'Cause there's something about the sky makes me grateful to be alive. See how high we gonna fly. You never know unless you try. Two birds flying in the wind. I go around the world, come back again. 'Cause there's something about your eyes makes me grateful to be alive. 'Cause I've been to the darkest corners in time. I've flown with dragons with dead eyes. And I've been rained on
out in the hill. I've been a tornado blowing down the trail. Yeah, two birds flying in the wind. When I go around the world, I come back again. There's something about this ride, and it makes me grateful to be alive. Yes, it does. And I don't care if I ever fall. Right now I'm flying over every wall. And if my wings ever fail, at least I tried to set sail. Yeah, two birds flying in the wind. I go around the world, come back again. 'Cause there's something about this life that it makes me grateful to be alive. Said it makes me grateful to be alive. Yeah, it makes me grateful to be alive. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Kristen. Good to see you. Thanks for having me in your house. Nice place you guys got here. Thanks for letting us do the show. I'm going to fix these headphones because it's kind of weird hanging off my head in a weird way. And I don't like that. So bear with me for one moment. There we go. That down there. That down there. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Leah. All right. It has been a harrowing couple of days around here, so nice to actually have made it and got set up, because when you do these things, you never even know if everything's just going to not work, you know? So everything's working. Fingers crossed. We're halfway there. Halfway to done. And, all right, I'll do some more songs. Thanks for being an awesome audience. Well, don't you worry, it'll be all right. Hold me close in the morning light, 'cause every day comes after night. We don't go down without a fight. We were playing God on the avenue, slinging dope, running from the boys in blue. But every jungle has its rules for the lions and the fools. Down here you run to get away, chasing wolves in a jungle parade. Down there I played for my heart, and we were playing in the dark. And we are dark hearts. We are dark hearts. We are. I heard Ricky got locked up again. You're lucky if you end up in a detox bed. chasing dreams in the eye of a needle. I'd like to watch them all burn, and my boy Busy ended up dead. Everybody knows why he just up and he left. I don't know why I'm alive, but my friends had to die. But down here you run to get away, chasing ghosts in a graveyard parade. Down there played for my heart, and we were playing in the dark. And we are dark hearts. We are dark hearts. We are dark hearts. We are. But them days are never coming back. I see 'em now in a smokestack. The tree is gone and the sky is cracked, and we were singing in the black. We were all playing this silly game, running like a riot on a red line train, running right into the pain. And we were running from the rain, and I don't think I'll ever get away, chasing hope in a basement parade. Down here I play for my heart, and I'm gonna leave it in the dark. And we are dark hearts. We are dark hearts. We are. Thanks, y'all. Thanks to everyone who's sent over the tips. We really appreciate it. You guys have been very generous so far, and it goes a long way, so thank you for that. Dylan and I are splitting the tips tonight, so want to send over some loot, help us in our journeys. You can hit up brianmcpherson.com/tips. Just go to brianmcpherson.com. There's a button for tips. It'll take you to Venmo and PayPal links. There's also some links in the description of the video. So thank you, everybody. Let's see here. I'm going to do a couple more songs, then Dylan's going to come back out and close it out. And I'm going to be off to our next adventures. Oh, if you don't mind, if you guys like what you hear, if you could hit the like button on this video, that would help the cause as well. Get some likes up there. This song's called Down, Down, Marie. She's walking down the street. She's a honeybee. She's got tight jeans busting at the seams. for a while. She's got a sly smile, just another lost child walking tall and the wild Marie going down, down, Marie. Down, down, Marie. Down, down, Marie. Marie. She can take you downstairs. She's got a back alley stare. And life ain't fair, nobody cares. Except if them street lights could talk, they'd just rock back and forth. Just another cigarette and then Johnny's coming to get Marie. Going down, down, Marie. Down, down, Marie. Down, down, Marie. Marie. She's a babe in blue lights on Friday night, and she's in between them bars and in out of cars, and the pale moon dark with the wolves and the sharks, and they're gritting their teeth, spinning disease, going down, down, Marie. Down, down, Marie. Down, down, Marie. Marie.
All right, I'm going to do one more song. And Dylan's going to come out and close things out. I want to thank everyone for hanging out in the stream tonight and hanging out for something a little different. And I had a great time. It's been real nice listening to Dylan play and connecting with him again. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out and chatting and being a part of this thing and taking the live stream thing on the road. This is a whole other new thing to learn and do and explore. So if you guys think of any places you want me to go, let me know. I'll go there. Where to next, I'm not too sure, but I'm going west right now. And then I'm not sure where I'm going after that. All right, I'm going to do another new song. Thank you, Jaybird. This is a song about singing, doing shows, connecting with people to help us all get through whatever the fuck we're going through, which is usually something. Life's not easy. It's not easy being alive, but we're getting through it, right? So get through it with the help of other people, and something I always gotta remember. Four walls in a bed, the words I said, the beating in my heart and the anger in my head, and it's all for nothing when she's gone. There's a tear-stained text and another missed call, a bridge in England where everybody falls. So fall with me, and we're singing to save our lives on Saturday night, and Monday is just a lie, and we're singing to feel alive just one more time. It's a lightning lullaby. Falling in and out and down on love, going on tour with my depressing songs, just like my grandma used to sing to me. And now I'm living on the road, Chevy engine full throttle, busking on a corner somewhere in Toronto, possibly. But the best thing in the whole fucking world, and we're singing to save our lives on Saturday night, and Monday is just a lie, and we're singing to feel alive just one more time. It's a lightning lullaby. I wanna feel good, I wanna feel alive, I wanna feel love, give it one more try, and I wanna be a bird, I wanna live in flight, I don't wanna beat the dark, I don't wanna live a lie, and I can take the mess, and I can take the pain, and I can take the stress, and I can take the flame, and I can take the fall, and I will take the rain, yeah, I will take it all, every single thing you blame, because I wanna live a life, I wanna be free, I want you, I just want you to want me, I'm coming up from behind, on my path to victory, I just wanna touch you, I want you to touch me, and we're singing to save our lives on Saturday night, and Monday is just a lie, and we're singing to feel alive just one more time. It's a lightning lullaby. Oh, oh, oh. And we're singing to save our lives on Saturday night. Monday's just a lie, lie, lie. And we're singing just to feel alive just one more time. It's a lightning lullaby. Thanks so much, everybody. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Tampa. It's hot in Tampa. I love my Florida. All right, everybody. Dylan Walshe is going to come up again, sing some songs for y'all. I'll come back and check in after, say goodnight. Thanks, everyone, for your generosity and your time and your chats and being here. It's fucking rad. I really appreciate you guys. And Dylan's up next. Little switcheroo. Kind of tangled. mess. Anything?
I'm okay, man. Thank you very much. Reposition here. I'm in. Cheers. Thank you as well. I haven't fully decided what I'm gonna play, so we'll see what happens. While I'm in this key, I might sing an old Irish air that has been rewritten many times. This particular one was written by a traveller musician called the Pecker Dunn. He's one of my favourites. My family lived in Wexford town, stopped travelling and settled down. Though my father kept a horse and car, oh, we lived within the town. The people there misunderstood, or they did not know our ways. So with horse and car back on the road, I began my travelling days. My father was called the Fiddler Dunn, and I'm a fiddler too. And although I often felt his fist, oh, he taught me all he knew. I know I'll never be as good, and yet I feel no shame. For the other things my father taught, I am proud to bear his name. He taught me pride and how to live, though the road is hard and long. And how a man will never starve with a banjo, a fiddle, or a song. And how to fight for what I own and for what I feel is right. And how to camp beside a ditch on a stormy winter's night. Oh, times are good and times are bad, and the people cruel and kind. Oh, but what I learned of people then has stayed within my mind. I'll honor friends with all my heart, do for them all I can. But I've learned to go the road again when they spawn a tinker man. Oh, Wexford is a town I like, but a travelling man they scorn. And a man must feel affection for all the town where he was born. I know one day that I'll go back when my travelling days are done, and the people will begin to wonder what has happened to the Pecker Dunn. It's called Wexford Town. I usually play that a lot higher. It was a little low for me, but we got away with it, I think. I'm gonna do a very wordy song. I moved over here to the States in 2016. I'd been visiting for a few years before that. When I got here, there was a lot of stuff going on back then too, and I got here just before the election, and with everything going on back then, I wrote this song. It's called The Trickle Down Effect. Make of it what you will, but you're all in this song. Yeah, I think on future I'll play Wexford a little bit higher. And the volunteers are back out on the streets, questioning their democracy. and the elected that they didn't choose to march along with the confused, saying anyone who stays silent it defeats. Any unheard and made the choice for all to see, saying maybe now they won't forget me easily. While they were cashing in on their cause, all I've known has been lost. Now I'm just doing my duty, declaring myself free. Cheers, guys. And those who feel above it all laugh it off as a circus and dismiss it as a false sense of purpose, and say that I think it's best to leave these decisions to the rest. After all, I am but one and no one could notice, and all extremes have risen up to the surface with a darkened and a renewed sense of purpose. While immigrant anxieties marginalize minorities, saying who will stand for us and who will desert us. And a trickle-down effect is truly here. You said it won't be money, but it's just hate and fear. It's said that all governments are a conspiracy, and that it may be that the key is transparency. Now it's the same old money man lies that once they tried to hide, but now they don't even care now that you see. There can be no solution to a cause that's willingly buried beneath antiquated laws. 'Cause there's no need for rent when the landlord is the tenant, with an escape plan already written into a clause. And a trickle-down effect is truly here. You said it would be money, but it's just hate and fear. And what is there to say when it's all been said of what's really behind the leaders, not the easily led? Well, we repeat the truths of old to reach beyond what we know, to rise above all the lies that we have fed. It's an original song called The Trickle-Down Effect. It's a bit wordy, that one. Let me grab my harmonica here. I had another idea of what song to play. I feel like we talked plenty through the interview and whatever else, so I'm not going to spend too much time doing that right now. This is a song I wrote called Ruined. I've ruined and being rude, and taking its due end. It does good and bad, not been dwelling on every thought you might have had. You know, less has turned a good man bad. I've said too much and not enough. I wondered if the words would sound better in a letter written to be read by you. Cheers for the kind words. You as cold as me, I sit and reach for her. She tried to be clever and just took my temperature. Said my love was a murderer, that my heart was a hollow grave begging to bury her. Don't be hard, babe. Cause you've ruined. You've been rude. It's not to say I won't go our way. It's an original song called Ruined. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, hopefully we haven't been too well, me, Brian's very good at this stuff. He's very he's got his shit together, you know. I'm very casual about stuff, and when I play music I tend to respond to the environment that I'm in, so hopefully I'm not too flat-footed here for you, but got one more song and then Brian will come and wish everybody good night, I guess. What we got going on here? Appreciate it. Thanks very much for those kind comments. It's very nice of you guys. Got a bit of a dry throat. But we'll do one more song, and I guess this song is fitting. I took to playing this song at the end of a lot of my sets for various reasons, but this is my own version of it. Originated in Scotland. Apparently it was the most commonly sung song before Auld Lang Syne was written by Robert Pete Burns. This is called The Parting Glass. Thanks very much, guys. Cheers for all the comments there as well. Thanks, Sharon. Oh, all the money that ever I had, I spent it in good company. And of all the harm that ever I done, alas, it was to none but me. For all I've done, for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. And fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, all the comrades that ever I had, they're sorry for my going away. And of all the sweethearts that ever I had, they'd wish for me one more day to stay. And if it should fall onto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I will gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be with you all. Oh, if I had money enough to spend on leisure time for to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town who sorely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks, her ruby lips, I own she has my heart enthralled. And fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Thanks very much for tuning in, and Brian's gonna come in here and give a last word, but I'm Dylan Walshe, and thanks to Brian for putting all this together, and safe travels. Good night and joy be with you all. Cheers, Brian.
All right. That was awesome. Hell yeah. This was a lot of fun. A little different. Nice to have a guest. Oh! Just broke everything.
It didn't hit him.
No, I don't want to break that thing. All right. Anyhow.
Got a little dry there in the old voice, but we're all right.
Oh, you know. All right, everybody. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out, and thank you, Dylan, for playing and hosting, and thank you all for hanging out tonight. I had a lot of fun. It was great to hear Dylan. It was great to chit chat and follow along in the chat. And yeah, so you got Muddy Roots hanging around, taking a little bit of a cleansing, clearing period artistically.
Yeah.
And then he'll probably get into something. Ebb and flow, you know? Yeah. Ebb and flow.
It's all or nothing, you know?
Yeah, no, I do, 100%. And I'm off tomorrow, headed into the great beyond. Not sure where, but I'm going to do some more streams from hopefully some campsites and stuff. Hopefully there won't be as many tornadoes and warnings, etc., and things like that. But anyways, enough out of me. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you so much for the generous tips everyone sent over, and we appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.